Welcome back. In this video, I will solve some problems regarding multiple average. Okay, this is some after we learned some basic problems. Now we'll see this is second part, that is multiple average. So what do you mean by multiple average? When one or more averages is given in the problem, then how to approach this problem and solve it with deviation method. Okay, now we'll see the problems itself, then you will understand. Coming to the first problem, the average of 12 numbers is 20. The average of first 5 numbers is 18 and that of last 6 numbers is 22. Find the sixth number they are saying. Okay, so first 12 numbers average is given 20 and average of 12 numbers is 20. First 5 numbers average is 18 and that of last 6 numbers is 22. Means multiple averages are given. Here one average is given, here one average, here one average. Okay, so multiple averages are given. So to solve such problems, how we can do it using short trick or deviation method. Okay, now basically how we solve this problem, there are 12 numbers, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 numbers are there. The average of first 5 numbers. Okay, so the average of this first 5 numbers is how much they have given? 18. Okay, then the average of last 6 numbers. Last 6 numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, till here. Average is how much? 22 they are saying. So find the sixth number. So when first 5 numbers and last 6 numbers is given, then the remaining number will always be the number which they require. Okay, that is sixth number. So what is the sixth number they are saying? Now we know that sum is nothing but average into the number of entities, isn't it? So average we know it is 18 into number of entities are how much? 5. So 5 into 18 is how much? 90. Then here also same thing, we know average is given. So what is the sum? Sum is average into number of entities. Number of entities are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 22 into 6 is 132. So we know the sum of last 6 numbers and first 5 numbers. When I minus the sums, I will get the sixth number. Okay, so the sixth number is equal to 132 minus 90, which is equal to 222. Sorry, the 132 plus 90 is how much? 222. But we know the sum of 12 numbers we can find out. All the sum of all these numbers we can find out. Okay, sum of 12 numbers will be how much? 12 numbers sum is number of entities is 12 into their average is 20 they have given. So 12 into 20 is 240. Okay, so we know total sum and the sum of first 5 and last 6 numbers. So when I deduct these both, 240 minus 222, I will get the sixth number. So 240 minus 222 is 18. So the sixth number is 18. Okay, this will be a very lengthy method. Since there are only 12 numbers, this method is was easy. But if they give more numbers, 20 numbers and all, we cannot keep adding and multiplying all the things, isn't it? So to solve such problems, we will use one simple method, that is deviation method. Okay, so let me see the deviation method. Okay, now we know that the average of 12 numbers ka average is how much? 20 they have given. Okay, the average of first 5 numbers. Okay, first 5 numbers average is how much? 18 they have given. Next, average of last 6 numbers. Last 6 numbers average is how much? 22 they have given. Now, see here, we know that actually the 12 numbers average is 20, but the first 5 numbers average is 18, means how much it is less from the total average? It is less by 2. Okay, 2 is less, the 2 average is less of how many numbers? 5 numbers. So 2 into 5 is 10, so minus 10. That means 5 numbers, 10 average is falling short. Now coming to this part, there are 6 numbers and their average is 22, means originally the average should have been 20, but the average is 22, means how much more it is? It is more by 2. More, 2 is more of how many numbers? 6 numbers. So 2 into 6, that is 12. So 12 average is more for how many numbers? 6 numbers. Okay, so here 10 average is less for 5 numbers and 12 average is more of 6 numbers. So how much is the deviation here? Minus 10 and plus 12 is minus 10 plus 12 is how much? Plus 2, means still 2 average is more than the old, isn't it? The means the actual average is 20, but still there is plus 2 average more, isn't it? But we want the average to be 20 itself. So deduct it from the old average, that is 20 minus 2, which is equal to 18. So this will be the 18 is the answer. Okay, 18 is the answer. We had got 18 itself, isn't it? So 18 is the 6th number. Okay. You will not understand it with one problem. As we go on doing with some more problems, it will be much clearer. So going to the next problem. In a series of 11 matches of cricket, average runs of Rohit Sharma is 85. In first 4 matches, his average runs was 72 and in next 6 matches, his average runs was 90. How many runs scored by Rohit Sharma in last match? So this also we will do it with 2 methods, basic method or traditional method and deviation method. So from this only you will understand how much calculation you can reduce. Now in a series of 11 matches of cricket, average runs of Rohit Sharma is 85, means 11 matches average is 85. So the sum will be how much? 11 into 85, which is equal to 935. Okay, in first 4 matches his average runs was 72. Okay, first 4 matches his average runs was 72. So 4 into 72 will be the sum, that is 288. Next, in next 6 matches his average runs was 90. Next 6 matches his average runs are 90. So 6 into 90 will be 540. Now, so this 6 plus 4 is 10 matches. So we want how much he scored in the 11th match. Okay, so 540 minus 288 will plus 288 will be how much? 828. Okay, so we know 11 matches sum is 935 and 10 matches sum is 828. So we'll, from this when I deduct, I get the score of last match, isn't it? Last match is equal to 935 minus 828. So how much it will be? 107. Okay, so he scored 107 matches in runs in the last match. But in this we have to multiply so many things. It will take a lot of time. 11 into 85, 4 into 28 and then deduct. Okay, so we'll see the deviation method, how much time and how much calculation it will reduce. Now we know that in total 11 matches, okay, what is the average scored by him? 85. Okay, average of runs of Rohit Sharma is 85. Next, in first 4 matches, okay, in first 4 matches, his average runs are how much? 72. And in next 6 matches, his average runs are how much? 90. Okay, now we know that initially his average should be 85, but in first 4 matches it is 72, means how much it is less? It is less by 13 runs. 13 runs of how many matches? 4 matches. So 13 fours is 52. So 52 runs are falling short from 4 matches. Next, in next 6 matches he is scoring 90, means actually it should be 85, but he is scoring 5 more. So 5 more he is scoring than in how many matches? In 6 matches. So 5 6 it is 30. So that means 30 runs more he is scoring. Now when how much is the deviation? Minus 52 plus 30. Deviation is how much? Minus 22. Means 22 runs he is minus indicates 22 runs he is still running short, runs short. Okay, this 22 he has to score in the last match so that he can keep his 85 average fixed. Okay, 22 runs are running short. This, if he score in the last match, his 85 average will be same. Okay, so how? So the runs scored in last match is how much? It is 85 he has to score, isn't it? 85 he has to score, plus how much he has to score? 22. So 85 plus 22 is how much? 107. So if he scores 107 runs in the last match, then 85 will be his average in all the 11 matches. Okay, so this deviation method will reduce a lot of calculation and also it saves a lot of time, but once you have to understand it properly. Okay, so the runs scored in last match is 107. Now going to the next problem. Average of 25 numbers is 67. Average of first 10 numbers is 64 and that of last 13 numbers is 69. If 11th number is 25% of 12th number, then find the 12th number they are saying. Okay, this also we will do it with both the methods, that is basic method and deviation method. I am doing both the methods because for you to understand that how much calculations and time we can save, okay, by using this deviation method. Next, now average of 25 numbers is 67. So 25 numbers are there and the average of them is 67, isn't it? So number into average will give us sum. So 25 into 67 is 1675. This is not a very easy multiplication you have to do. It will take a lot of time, isn't it? Average of first 10 numbers. First 10 numbers average is 64. So the sum is 640. And that of last 13. Last 13 numbers average is how much? 69. So 13 into 69 is 897. Okay, then so we want 11th and 12th number. Now see here, there are 25 numbers are there. Okay, first 10 numbers they are saying and last 13. First 10 and last 13 means after 10 there will be 11 and 12, isn't it? So 10 plus 13 is 23. So 2 numbers are falling short. So those 2 numbers are which? 11 and 12, because first 10 means the next number will be 11 and then 12, and coming from the last 13 means till 13th number from 25 till 13th number will be 13 numbers. So that means 11th and 12th number we don't know. Okay, so they are asking us to find out the 12th number. Now we know first 10 sum it is 640 and last 13 sum that is 97, and total sum we know that is 1675. So this when I add these both and deduct from this, I will get the sum of 11th and 12th number, isn't it? So add these both, when we add these both it is 1537. So therefore 11th and 12th number is equal to difference of those. Difference is how much? 1675 minus 1537, which is equal to 138. So okay, so the sum of 11th and 12th number is 138. So all this I had to do till I reach here. Now finding out the 12th number, we'll do it in this method, deviation method. But I just want to tell you all how much calculation we required here. But let me see in the deviation method how much I can reduce. Now see here, 25 numbers are there. The average of 25 numbers is given how much? 67. Okay, average of first 10 numbers. First 10 numbers average is how much? 64. And average of last 13 numbers is given how much? 69. Okay, now 64 is the average of first 10 numbers, but actually it should have been 67. So how much it is running short? 3, isn't it? So minus 3 means 3 it is running short, isn't it? So minus. So for how many numbers it is running short? For 10 numbers. So 3 into 10, so minus 30. Next, last 13 numbers average is 69, means it is more than the actual average. How much more it is? 2 plus 2 is more. For how many numbers? 13 numbers. So 13 2s are 26, so plus 26. So when I take deviation here, minus 30 plus 26 means minus 4. Okay, so still 4 runs, 4 is running short, isn't it? So how I'll get this 4 running short? How to compensate it? Okay, so we know that 67 is per head average, isn't it? Per head. Okay, each number will be having 67 average. Okay, if for example if 25 members are there, the per head it will be 67. So 11th and 12th also will be 67 and 67, isn't it? 11th and 12th will also be 67 and 67. So 67 into 2 is how much? 134. But 4 is still running short. This if I add here, then it becomes 138. So the sum 138, when I compensated here, then the average will always be 67. Okay, so but we don't want the sum of 11th and 12th. Okay, but we want what is 12th number they are asking. Okay, so what is 12th number? Sorry, 12th number, 11th number is 25% of 12th number, isn't it? So 11th number is 25% of 12th number. Okay, 25% is nothing but 1 by 4 in fraction, we know that. Okay, 1 by 4 means the ratio between 11th and 12th number, 11th is to 12th is 1:4, because 11th number is just 25% of 12th number, means the ratio will be 1:4. If the 12th number is 4, 11th number will be 1 part. Okay, now we know the sum of 11th and 12th number, that is 138. Okay, I'll just clear this. Okay, sum of 11th and 12th number is 138. So sum in ratio is how much? 5 parts. 1 plus 4 is 5. So 5 parts is 138. Then we want 12th number. So 4 parts is how much? So this divided by this, 4 by 5 into 138. Okay, 5 1s are 5 2s are 10. 5 sevens are 35, 0.3 will remain 6 are. Okay, so 27.6 into 4 will be 1104. Okay, so the 12th number is, sorry, point is there, so it is point here, so it is 110.4. so the 12th number is 110.4. option D is the answer. So see here, in this basic method we had to multiply and all these things, that we can save here so much of the calculation, but you have to understand the deviation method properly, how much it is getting deviated. So it is getting deviated by 4. Okay, so initially 11th and 12th numbers are 134, but still 4 is getting short, that you add here, it becomes 138. Okay, here also we got 138 when we did it with basic method. Okay, now going to the next problem. Next problem is again different types of problem where I name it as wrong average. Okay, when a wrong average is given in the problem and how to solve these problems. Now we'll directly go with the problems and you'll understand. The average of 8 observation was 25.5. It was noticed later that 2 of these observations were wrongly taken. One observation was 14 more than the original value and the other observation was wrongly taken as 31 instead of 13. What will be the correct average of those 8 observation? Okay, means the average of 8 observations was 25.5. It was noticed later that 2 of these observations were wrongly taken. Okay, so 2 observations were wrongly noted. One observation was 14 more than the original value. Okay, two were wrongly noted. In that, one was 14 more. Okay, it was 14 more than the original value. And the other observation was wrongly taken as 31 instead of 13. Okay, it was noted as 31 instead of 13. It should be actually 13, but it was noted as 31. Because of these two wrong readings, the average became 25.5. But so what is the correct average of those 8 observations they are asking? Okay, because of this wrong reading, the average of those 8 observations was 25.5. But what is the actual correct average of those 8 observations we have to calculate? Now basically we will do it with 2 methods, again basic method and deviation method. Okay, now 8 observations and the average was 25.5. so the sum will be how much? Number of observations into average. It is 8 into 25.5, which is nothing but 204. It was noticed later that, okay, 2 of these observations were wrongly noted. So the original number, okay, the one number was 14 more, isn't it? It was 14 more. And 31, and the other observation was taken as 31 instead of 13, isn't it? It was taken as 31. So that means it should have actually been 13, but it became 31. So how much it is more? How much it is more than the actual reading? It is 18 more. And this was 14 more and this is 18 more, isn't it? So totally how much was wrong? Totally 14 and 18, which is 32. That means 32 was more than the original, isn't it? So what will be the correct sum? So actual sum was how much? 204 of the when the wrong reading was taken, the sum was 204, but 32 is more in that, isn't it? When I deduct 32 from that wrong sum, I will get the correct sum. So 204 minus 32 will be 172. This is the correct sum which should have been there, isn't it? So therefore correct average is equal to, correct sum is how much? 172 divided by number of observations is 8, isn't it? So 172 by 8, which is equal to 21.5. So this is the correct average. Okay. Now this only will solve it with deviation method. Now what was the average previously? It was 25.5, isn't it? It was per head. Okay, per head previously. Average is nothing but per head, I told you all before only. Okay, so it is 25.5. Now we know that 32 is wrongly taken, isn't it? 32 was wrongly taken of how many observations? 8 observations, isn't it? Of 8 observations, 32 was wrongly taken. So 32 by 8 will give us 4. So which is equal to minus 4. So therefore minus 4 should be removed from per head. Okay, when I remove minus 4 from per head, then from 8 people 32 will be taken off. So per head, if I remove minus 4, then it was 25.5 per head. When I remove minus 4, it will be how much? 25.5 minus 4 will be 21.5. So now per head the average will be, new average will be 21.5. Okay. So just in one step we got the answer. So option B is the answer. So this, when I solve some more problems, you will understand. Next one. Average temperature of a place in 25 days is recorded as 15 degrees centigrade. Later it was found that average temperature of 4 days, which was 14 degrees centigrade, by mistake taken as 16.5 degrees centigrade. So find the original average temperature of that place within that duration. So average temperature of a place, okay, in 25 days is recorded as 15 degrees centigrade. Later it was found that average temperature of 4 days was 14, which was 14 degrees centigrade. Actually it was 14 degrees centigrade, but by mistake it was taken as how much? 16.5 degrees centigrade. So what is the original average temperature? Okay. So this also we'll do it with two methods, basic method and deviation method. Okay. Basic method here and deviation. Now we know that 25 days the average temperature was recorded as 15 degree. So the sum of 25 days will be how much? Average into number, which is equal to sum. So 25 into 15 degrees is 375 degrees centigrade. But correct it should have been 14 degrees centigrade of 4 days, but incorrect, by mistake. How much it was noted? 16.5 it was noted, isn't it? So how much more it was noted? It should be 14, but it was noted 16.5. That means 2.5 degree of 4 days was extra noted. So 2.4 into 4 will be 10 degree. That means 10 degree was extra noted. So therefore the correct sum will be how much? Correct sum, this was the sum when wrongly noted. So correct sum will be how much? 375 minus 10, which is equal to 365. Okay. Therefore correct average is how much? 365 divided by 25, which is equal to 14.6 degree centigrade. Okay, when you divide, you will get 14.6 degree centigrade. So option D is the answer. So this same problem we'll see with deviation method. Now, actually it was 15 degree centigrade per head of 25 days, but how much more it was noted? 2.5 degree for 4 days. That means 10 degree centigrade extra it was noted. Okay, for how many days? For 25 days, isn't it? So this 5 2s are 5 5s are, which is equal to 2 by 5, which is nothing but 0.4. 2 by 5 is nothing but 0.4. That means 0.4 per day. Okay, per day extra it was noted. So per day actually it was 15 degree centigrade. So per day 0.4 was extrally noted, isn't it? So how much is the actual it has to be noted? So 15 minus 0.4, which is equal to 14.6 degree centigrade. So this is actual per head. Actually of 25 days per day it should be, or per day you can say, per day. Actually it should have been 14.6, but by mistake it was noted as 15 degree centigrade. Okay, see, just within one step we got the answer. Okay, going to the next problem. The average marks of 14 students was calculated as 71, but later it is found that there was an error in noting the marks of 2 students as 42 instead of 56 and 74 instead of 32. What will be the correct average of students? Okay, this also will do with 2 methods. You can follow any method whichever you all want. Okay, but I suggest you all to follow this deviation method. Try and practice with deviation method more and more problems, then it will, you only will understand and you will start using this deviation method, and this method will reduce, or it will save a lot of time. Okay, now average marks of 14 students was calculated as 71. Okay, for 14 students the average was calculated as 71. So the sum will be how much? 14 into 71 is 994. But later it is found that there was an error in noting the marks of 2 students. Okay, so 42 instead of 56. Correct, it should have been how much? 56. But incorrect, it is how much? 42. Then correct of this was 32 of second student, but by mistake it was noted as 74. Means here it was noted 14 more and here it was noted 42 less. Okay, so 14 plus 40 plus 14 and minus 42 is nothing but minus 28. So that means 28 marks was wrongly noted, extra it is, isn't it? So correct sum will be how much? Correct sum is 994 minus 28, which is equal to 966. So therefore correct average is 966 divided by 14, which is equal to 69. Okay, this same we'll see with deviation method. Now originally how much the average was noted of 14 students? 71. But how much was the extra marks noted? 28, isn't it? 28 marks was extrally noted of how many students? 14 students. So 14 ones are, 14 twos are. So 2 marks from each, okay, from per head. If 2 marks are deducted, then we will get the actual average. Okay, then per head it was noted as 71. Minus 2 will get 69. So therefore now per head the average will be 69. Okay. So we'll take up some other type of problems. Thank you till here.